when your career is over. This is hurt, man. It's been a rough, I ain't gonna lie, man, between Junior Brisbane, Oliver Miller, it's been a rough week. And now Mr. Plum, when that thing came, man, it hurts a lot because, he was obviously one of the greatest boxers ever, but just a gentle man, was a pastor, and it just hurts, man. It's just plain and simple. Then I say my condolences to his family, and I'm shooting up right now. That caught me so off guard.
To shoot tonight, George Foreman, the two-time heavyweight boxing.
And the Wolverines will put it away to start the game.
Let's go.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So TCU's offense will take the first swing of the game. Here he comes. Obviously, defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They'll give it to the back. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1, and so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason, because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's going to pass. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about, because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Beats a connection. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun. You kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season offense. All the adrenaline, all the juice. Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. It's good, and that was dead solid proof. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Bust through behind his pad. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even, but the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball and spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock. Old school. 2 of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defenses now, like, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, not letting these running backs have success today.
Looking downfield, it's Sharp. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding his zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Snagged on the outside, it's Thomas. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Handoff to the lone back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead.
need that. I'm on
First, as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Running behind that left side. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. You put on that wing helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Man, what a matchup this. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning, all the things that go with a mid-season showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big proven game for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's knocked away downfield, the DB getting a hand in there. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way.
They're going to throw it again. They're setting up the screen. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Give to the running back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Guys, guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He wants to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. A lot of urgency for this offense. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Finds him out of the backfield. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep when the bounce carries it into the end zone from the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Looking to throw, it's Sharp. Feeling some heat. Escapes the sack. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They go to the ground. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the tight end. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Field goal is good. And the field goal to end the half takes me to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. They'll run it from the gun. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Just feeds the running back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Back to throw, it's Sharp. Safe completion on the screen. On the move at the 30. He's loose. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, how hard is it to defend?
We need to get the ball and get out of there.
Even like this at running back that can play wide receiver, you can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Wants to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. They'll snap it from the 25 here on second and long. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Dumps it off in the flats. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This is a third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He'll try it again. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the left side. Hard running there. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice. But this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
The Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ball. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the fourth quarter, when you need the two-point conversion?
He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the fourth. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding a soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Might as well give it to him again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll leave it with him. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting.
Oh, what a call. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches the defense with its pants down, and it's going to be a touchdown. Well,
Let's go.
caught the defense by surprise.
Need that.
Passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what,
Homer.
what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or two back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I'll tell you what, guts to call the play. And it actually worked.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Dialing up the second down pass play. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target to the left. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On second down, he's looking downfield. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On second down, they'll take to the air. He'll pull it down and run. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On third down, he drops the throw. He's going up top here late in the game. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game.
Shit, y'all, we had work for that. Slave altars.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis.